So what I want you to do next is to actually talk about these 12 key events of the hero's journey. But before we move on to that, I would like to talk about a technique that you can use to memorize the ideas and to memorize the content, so that you know how to talk about the key events. Okay, so there's this technique called mind palace. It's very useful if you want to memorize a large amount of data information, and these data can be numbers, they can be names, they can be speeches. So if you need to give a speech and it's a really long text, so you have to memorize all of that. There is this technique called the memory palace, and let's watch a video, and let's see how can you create your own mind palace to help you memorize and recall information when you need it. Okay, so let's watch the video now.
The memory palace is a technique to remember facts, numbers, or other things, like a shopping list. It has been around since ancient times and is also known as the method of Loki.
So, do you have an idea how this thing works right now? Let's go through it together. So first, what you need to do is to know what you want to memorize, and you need to organize it somehow, right? So if you want to memorize names that go in certain order, you need to go like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, and when you have when you know what you want to talk about, and when you have it organized, then you need to put it somewhere. You need to put it in a room or in a building. Or it can be anything you're familiar with, any kind of space you're familiar with. Okay, so when you have this space, you need to put some objects in this space that you can visualize them very clearly, and you know where they are in this space, and then you add information to each of these objects. So this is roughly how this technique works. So let's just go through one more video to see how this would look like in 3D, and how it's supposed to look like in your head roughly. So in this example, we have kings and queens of Britain. Okay, so every name has a number assigned to it. Okay, so there is a certain order, and this is very important to follow the order that you defined. And the first location is right at the entrance, and the first name is right here. So number 1, first name. And then they go on to follow the route that they have defined. So they go right. Okay, so the next name is presented. They continue right, and they go to this name, the number 3 and number 4 and number 5, right to the last one. Okay, so what they actually did is they followed the route, and they finish, and then they return to the entrance or the exit. It's very important to follow the route, because your brain is used to like following the same order of the numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then you return. So what you need to do is to practice this. So you close your eyes and you visualize walking through this space in the exact same order. You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back. Until you can until you know it by heart, and you can close your eyes and say, okay, number 5, it's this name. So before you start visualizing, sometimes you need help to just get a feel of the space and to be able to like tell where is what in your space. And there is a really handy tool that I found online. So it's really handy because you can use it online. It's a piece of software intended for interior design. That's when you want to rearrange stuff in your house and change the inside of your house. You can see the balcony here in the kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom, second bedroom, and balcony. And you can actually walk through the house. I will show you how that looks like in a minute. So you can actually walk around the house and see all these objects in your house and follow a specific route. So basically we can enter the house here, so through the door. Yeah, I know. But see, here you can see the living room already, and you go into the house, you can look around. So it's like a hairy pot. And this is what I used as visualization for Harry Potter, right? Then here I have a cat that looks really sad, looks like it's missing its owner. And this was a visualization for Katniss Everdeen. And here I have this frog that is made out of some kind of Play-Doh, I guess, and it's holding a ring. So a frog made out of dough holding a ring, that for me this is like the Frodo from the Lord of the Rings. So I think you get the point. So you need to make visualizations that are stimulating for you. Basically, the crazier they are, the stranger they are, the better. The more vivid they will be in your mind when you visualize it. It will be easy for you to recall information. I'll go through the instructions on how to use this website real quick. If anyone has questions later on, I will walk around and explain how to perform certain actions. So this is the home page, and you have to register first using your email, or you can use your Gmail. You can use your Google account. You can use your Facebook. And once you're logged in, let's start practicing, okay? And I want all of you to work on one room and put 3 pieces of furniture in each room. We will form groups of 3 students, so each student needs to to pick one piece of furniture and to pick an item, an object that you want to put on top. You can even insert pictures. If you want to insert pictures, I will show you how to do that. Each group will select elements 1 through 3 or 4, 5, 6 and so on, and assign it to one of these pieces of furniture, and then you will have to use this to tell the story, you know, like number 1, so I need to talk about this event, number 2, the next event, and so on. Okay, so let's start practicing. I will be walking around to see if everyone gets how this is done, and let's see how it works.